Yeah, 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 yeah. Living in Babylon, huh? Stay safe though, you know what I mean? Yeah, stay safe, straight up, straight up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin', rollin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me, Yeah, yeah, yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin', rollin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me, Yeah, yeah, yeah. These niggas full of buffoonery. Try me, they gon' read your eulogy. Gemini, you know it's two of me. Niggas don't know what to do with me. Alien, I feel immortalized. Only protected, we fortified. Nigga, you die, play with Mordecai. Lay in the ditch if you play with me. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. SKOL VIKES, here we go again, another live, another day, man. Things to talk about today, the pads were off, But before I get into anything, any quarterback talk, McCarthy talk, Murray talk, before I dive deep into any of that, I want to talk about the fan base in Minnesota, as far as those attending the practices. Now, let me get into this article real fast. I guess a fan was heckling or said something to J.J. McCarthy today. It upset McCarthy, it upset Jefferson, it upset Kevin O'Connell as well. I'm gonna see if I can find an actual article here. An audible murmur from the crowd here in Eagan after J.J. McCarthy overthrows 3 consecutive passes to the corner in a goal line drill with no defense. Kevin Seifert, ESPN, at training camp. So no matter how you feel about a player, it's never okay to disrespect a player, disrespect a player's family, etc. Say no crazy things from the stands. Your job as a fan, what you're supposed to do, since you have access to the players, it's not for you to go to the practice and talk trash and heckle the player for making a mistake. I don't care who you're rooting for, who you're going for. You have no right to disrespect any player, not just McCarthy, any player on the field, period. You sit there in the stands, ass in the seats, and enjoy the show. Be grateful you're able to attend practice anyway and they let your ass in. You know what I mean? Because technically, they could throw you out right away. But it's disrespectful, first off, very disrespectful to the player. You don't know how it may affect him mentally. No excuses. I don't care what a fan say. Go ball and do your job. But at the end of the day, sometimes words can affect players, affect them in the moment, get them angry, upset, and it could affect the whole day, the whole practice. So I'm saying, fans, keep your mouth shut and watch the boys play. That's what you're there for, not to heckle a player, not to disrespect a player. Right? You're there to watch them play, man. No way around it. I don't care who you're going for in a quarterback situation, Murray, McCarthy, it doesn't matter. That's like me going to a practice and totally disrespecting Murray because I'm rooting for 9 or want to see McCarthy win. Why would you do that? It makes no sense at all. Stay in your seats and watch the practice and show respect while you're watching the practice, period. So that's first off. Fans need to understand their role and play it well. And also, while we're on Minnesota Vikings fans too, make sure you make noise. You want to talk trash and heckle players in the crowd, make sure you make noise at the game. Make sure you're loud as hell at the game, Minnesota Vikings fans. That's where I want to see the best at right there. Want to see you loud, talking, cussing, disrespecting, etc. Since you want to go to practice and disrespect a player in the competition, disrespect a man in general. Now, I don't know what was said, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what was said. Certain fans get out of hand a little bit too much. And we see it in every sport per se. Hopping out the crowd, running on the court, running on the field, talking trash, touching players, doing way too much. Keep your hands to yourself, your mouth to yourself heavy, and go enjoy the show. So that's the first thing I want to dive into right there. And then we get into the practice, a few segments to get into, a few things to get into. Heard Chuck D balled as far as the quarterback situation. Both quarterbacks were okay-ish. Nobody really stood out. Pads were off. We'll see how it goes, man. Still a competition thus far, and that's pretty much what it is with that. Want to dive into some video from Kevin O'Connell, Jordan Addison, to see what Kevin O'Connell has to say about the whole situation. Definitely check out what Swaggy Addy got to say. Free three. But Chuck D had another good performance. Chuck D's been stacking them up. Always around the ball, brings great energy, always talking to the players, talking to the media, etc. But pay attention to Chuck D. He brings that energy, he brings that spirit, something about him, and he can actually really play ball. Let's get to it right here. So we're just going to dive into the article first, right quick. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me know if you have any news about practice, etc. Have you heard anything? I'll probably check Twitter out as well. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get to that. But you got any information on practice, what went down, who flashed, etc. Let me know for sure. I'm gonna see if I can find something right here. It's got Judd speaking again. check out what Judd got to say for sure. You understand me? He's there front and center. Some other guys there front and center as well. So we're gonna check that out later. 1 second here. But I want to dive into this article first. And once again, you know how the media does. You know how the media does. Be careful when you're reading anything from the media, not just in sports, but in general. A lot of lies permeate through the media. We're talking about certain narratives, painting certain pictures, etc. Oh yeah, definitely goes down. Here we go. 1 second, man. We're gonna dive into it though. We're gonna dive into it. So boom. First article of the day. Here we go. Just to get a gist of what went on from the so-called media who was there. Vikings day 6 training camp. Neither quarterback stood out while one rookie continues to shine. After the first day of full pads at Minnesota Vikings training camp, they have taken the pads off on Tuesday. It's relatively normal to have a lighter day after having the pads on, meaning it will be more of a walkthrough. Monday's practice was the first of many in pads, and it gave us multiple. So it will be more practices in pads, so that's a plus for McCarthy, for Murray, for guys wanting to prove a point in general, for competition in general. When the pads come on, it's a totally different ball game. After the first day of full pads at Minnesota Vikings training camp, they have taken the pads off on Tuesday. It's relatively normal to have a lighter day after having the pads on, meaning it will be more of a walkthrough. Understandable. Like I say, player safety, player health is important. You want to be 100%. You want your star players to be 100%, no doubt. So understand, extra day of rest won't hurt nothing. Extra 2 days of rest won't hurt nothing at all. You understand me? Sometimes it's cool to play it smart if you're KOC. Here we go. The players are going to get the work in regardless. The physicality, the work, etc. They're going to get it in. Here we go. Yeah, Loco in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. Here we go. JJ went 7 of 13. Kyler went 8 of 15. JJ had 3 off-target throws today, and Jeweler had a couple, but they saying Kyler won today out of K. How. Wow. So 7 of 13. JJ went. Kyler went 8 of 15. Very close there. You said JJ had 3 off-target throws today, and Kyler had a couple, but they saying Kyler won today, IDK how. See, once again, right, Loco, different opinions, different narratives. But 7 of 13 and 8 of 15 is pretty damn close now. How bad were the JJ McCarthy throws? What you have to ask, right? You know, how off target was he? Like I've been saying to McCarthy, you better lock in, you better lock in. You know, throw away what Murray does. What do you do? How do you benefit yourself every day, every practice? You understand me? So how bad was he off on the targets? Loco, let me know, brother. Let me know. Heavy. Here we go. We got in the building. David in the building. David Spillman in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. Let's get it, bruh. Let's get it. We come, yeah. Get them scores in the chat. You come in them chat. Let me get scores in the chat for sure. Here we go. Let's get back to it. So once again, Loco, let me know, brother. How bad was he off on those throws? Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. Go down a little bit. Boom. Monday's practice was the first of many in pads, and it gave us multiple intriguing takeaways. Tuesdays won't give us much in the trenches, but the passing game will have some intrigue. Here's what I saw on day 6. So what is this right here? One clear winner. We'll check that out later, man. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Let's worry. Individual drills, mixed bag for JJ McCarthy. After a warm-up period, it was a mixed bag for JJ McCarthy. He had a couple of nice throws mixed in there, but his body of work was marred with inconsistency. Now I'll say it again. We need more consistency than inconsistency. This is no longer a KOC thing now, per se. Now we know the wrongdoings that have occurred, but this is a JJ McCarthy thing right now. What does JJ McCarthy always say? Control what he can, control what he can. What exactly can he control right now? Performance on the field. I repeat, performance on the field. You can't sit back and blame KOC for everything, because right now you got to show what you improved. Lack of development or not. What are you doing right now, McCarthy? To prove why you should be QB1, right? Shout out Murray. He's competing. He didn't run from competing. I respect him for that. Props to him for that. I thought it could be a landslide. Matter of fact, I'm getting a little pissed off at McCarthy as well. Nothing crazy, but I feel like somewhere he's not there somewhere, whether it's something going on, etc. Only he know it, him and God know it, period. Right? So at the end of the day, he needs to get his mind right. Get locked in, zoned in. How are you off on 3 throws in a row? Inexcusable right there. Just like Murray throwing hospital balls is inexcusable as well. Both of them messing up. Both of them need much work. Because guess what? I don't care who the starter is. If they have horrible play or not good play, the Vikings are going to be in trouble anyway. But I wonder what's going on with McCarthy. But there's no excuses for him right now. This is a true fair competition. The reps are there. You are getting the reps, getting the opportunities to shine. Even with all the questions, all the bullshit that's been going on behind the scenes, you got the short end of the stick. Yeah. But right now you have your chance to prove who you are as a QB, why you should be QB1. What do you call it now? A tie? Even? Are you comfortable with giving the day to Murray, or comfortable with giving the day to McCarthy, or comfortable calling it a split tie down the middle? See, all questions that we must ask here, believe it or not. But you want to talk about this and talk about that. It's time for McCarthy to step up and shine. That's what it is. He was a decent amount on 2 in the back of the end zone and off on a swing to Aaron Jones. See 3 in a row. You can't. It's no reason to be off 3 in a row, Loco. You understand me? Now you're off 1, off 2, maybe bad, but 3 in a row and you're off pretty bad. I'm not saying it's gonna lose him the battle right now, but you continue to do it. It's eventually gonna affect him. It's affecting him right now. Matter of fact. Now the fan could have been talking crazy, talking disrespectful. It don't matter. You lock back in, zone back in. It's part of the game. You're gonna have hecklers, brother. You're gonna have people talking crazy to you. Now that fan, like I said earlier, should shut up. Sit in the seats and enjoy the practice, enjoy the show. No fan has no right to disrespect a player. But at the end of the day, it comes with the business, comes with the territory. All I'm saying is right now, McCarthy must step up. He is battling for his career per se. He was off 2 in a row in the start. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, fans saying we hate you is BS. Definitely BS, loco. Definitely BS. You know, that fan, in actuality or reality, that fan could have got smacked, locked up, rights revoked to the field, rights revoked to the stadium. That's very disrespectful. You understand me? There's no need for it. No need for it. Like I said, that's like me going and cussing Murray out because he performed better than McCarthy that day, right? Or cussing McCarthy out because he made a bad throw. How crazy does that sound at the end of the day? And you have no right to do it. But McCarthy has to perform better. And that's just in the discussion. He has to perform better. So what we say is tied right now, a draw right now. When is the next time the pads come on? That's a big question right there. The pads, that's when you want to ball really your best. Pads, joint practice, etc. That's when you want to show up and show out when the pads are on. That's real football. Live wire. Everything's real, fast, etc. Now walkthroughs and things like that still matter, but the pads, or where it counts most, the pads when everybody's watching. But today, hell, was a sold out event, I'm hearing, or actually I'm seeing. So once again, you can't blame KOC forever. McCarthy got to step up and play good football, no matter what KOC did or didn't do. At the end of the day, this is on McCarthy right now. This is mano a mano competition. All the opportunity he needs, he is getting. You know? Lucky for him, Murray ain't blow him out the water again. You understand me? Now, if Murray would have just blown him out the water these last 2 days, okay, you may say, hey, you got a QB1, but KOC can't do that right now. It wouldn't be the right thing to do right now. You know? No way you can crown Murray honestly and feel good about it and feel like it was the right thing to do, a right decision, or that you actually know you made the right decision. Nah, no, not yet. Mm-mm. If JJ just starts pushing the ball downfield and does it good, he will win the job. But he just has to finish strong. Today was okay as long as he gets at least 3 practices looking like Josh Allen, Tom Brady. Oh yeah, man. I feel you, loco. I feel you. He's gonna need about what 3, 4 elite immaculate throws. People just say, wow. you know, big time moments, maybe in joint practice or in the next padded practice, whatever. Just big time throws, big time moments to make people just say, wow. You cannot coach that. You either have it or don't. And they'll see Murray don't have it. But McCarthy, yeah, show more consistency. Like you said, Loco, search down the field more. But we need 3 or 4 just immaculate throws. One of those powerful, displaying power in his arm type throws, man. Big time moments, etc. You know? But you cannot be inconsistent. Your process cannot be slow. You cannot be slow processing. He should be processing things faster than last year. It's about progress, getting better, growing. Ain't no way you go get better with John Beck, but you don't get better at processing. He must understand what he's seeing on the field, and he has to do it early, quickly, and swiftly sometimes, baby. Especially when you got blitzes coming, heat coming, attack mode. You have to understand what is going on, and it has to process, boom, like that. No second guessing, reaction, understanding, communication, knowing. That's where McCarthy needs to be Okay, right now, him nor Murray are there. And really, Murray, we want to talk about who's looking the worst. We're talking about Murray, 8-year vet. Everybody blew Murray up. This is an 8-year vet with experience. He finna come in, boom, knock it out the park, knock it out the water. It should be an easy ride for Murray, but no, it's a real competition now. It's really just getting in a groove of it right now. If we're talking about fair game, fair ball. But everybody talking about McCarthy, really the one who may be disappointing is Murray. I mean, come on, brother. You 8 years in, still throwing hospital balls type shit. You know what I mean? You 8 years in, still making horrible decisions. So you could look at it different ways depending on the narrative you want to push or the quarterback you are rooting for. So you see how the media works its way in? Rumors, speculations, bullshit, no bullshit works its way in. But talk about Murray being an 8-year vet and everybody talking about how his experience will win him the job. Even with experience, he's made some horrible throws, horrible decisions this training camp. Real game, real live action. He's probably got about 3 throws where he gets receivers annihilated. Head taken smooth off. But they don't talk about it. That's what I'm saying there. How long have people been talking about experience with Murray? Experience with Murray. That's what it's always been about. Oh, he's been around more. He's a first round pick. He has more experience. He knows the game. Boom. Now they quiet as a mouse. With all his experience, he's not that. Matter of fact, he's tied with McCarthy right now. Really a second year player. Really in his second year in the physical form. And Murray's not just blasting him like everybody thought he would. Huh? It's not just pure domination. No, this is a real QB battle. And we're getting in the thick of it. Right where McCarthy wants to be or should want to be. Whatever he has going on, though, he need to nip it in the bud. I'm not sure why, not understanding why anything else would matter right now. You're fighting for your career, your job. Murray is there to take your job and sit your ass on the pine, brother, on the pine. You hear me? And you sitting out there lackadaisical, letting a fan get to you for talking. I understand that fans shouldn't be talking, but hell, how many bad words you done heard growing up? How many times you done seen disrespect in the media? What should make you mad is Cowherd or, or your own head coach doubting you or the fans talking crazy, switching up. ESPN disrespecting you, all the analysts disrespecting your media, Vikings media, etc. That's what you should be mad at for real. You know? And I know the fan definitely out of pocket, inexcusable, can't happen. And I'm sure he or she may be dealt with, will be dealt with. But at the end of the day, JJ McCarthy, that comes with the territory, my dog. You know the disrespect gonna be there. You already know the way the Vikings fans is anyway, baby. So use it as fuel to the fire. Use it as a chip on your shoulder and go put their ass to bed. But all this whole scenario, this whole QB situation is on you. Even with all the lack of attention you have received. Horrible development plan. But it's time for you to go work. It's time for you to go show your true talent. You put in the work with John Beck. You went and did it yourself. And everything they say you lacked at or wasn't good at, guess what? You should have fixed that with John Beck. Layering the ball, taking heat off the ball, all that. Footwork, mechanical errors, etc. That should have been handled. Now, of course, your head coach should have handled it first, but he didn't. But you're back here to battle, not to lay down. How bad do you want it, man? Here we go. Right, and by the way, Kyler knew threw a 60-yard pass. It was 30 yards. In fact, he hasn't had a play over 40 yards. They just hyping him up. Oh, so are they trying to create certain plays for him now, Loco? Is that what you're telling me, Loco? They're creating certain plays for him, trying to make him look good? Okay. Here we go, man. So the 60-yarder is cap, huh? Okay, let's get it. JJ has 2 INTs. Kaler has thrown 6+. You don't hear about that. Kyler has fumbled 3 snaps. Didn't hear about that. And he has thrown 7 on count hospital balls. Well, damn, brother. That would make you say, whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, this is the experienced vet. These are the stats from the experienced vet. So that's all I'm saying. Just facts here. Just facts here. Because we can look at it both ways, both sides, like I said earlier, right? What should McCarthy be doing? What should Murray be doing? How should Murray look as an 8-year experienced vet who's been on the playoff scene, who's been a starter in the NFL for many years? So how should he look per se? Everybody want to lean on McCarthy and bash on McCarthy. What the hell? How should Murray look right now? The battle's real close right here, right here. You know, and it's just getting to the thick of it right now, just where it really starts. But like I said, who will create the separation? I hope it's McCarthy, but McCarthy got to lock in. Murray as well, but McCarthy better get right. You understand me? Let's get back to it. McCarthy airmailed 3 throws, 1 a swing route and 2 corner routes. He also had 1 throw for a touchdown to Dylan Bell. Shout out Dylan Bell. Pay attention to Dylan Bell. I told you Dylan Bell is a true dog now. I'm telling you now, he a true dog now. And he's coming to bite. That was too far out front. We've talked a lot about the consistency element for McCarthy, and it reared its ugly head again. He did rebound after with 3 nice throws and had a nice deep out to Dante Fleming in the final team period. Even with the nice moments, the inconsistencies were ever present. We'll look more into that into detail in a minute. Kyler Murray was okay-ish. I'm surprised they didn't say great or very good. I'm surprised they didn't say Kyler Murray shine. Wow. Here we go. Let's get to it. The honest truth about Tuesday's practice was that neither quarterback was that impressive. Each had solid throws, but it was mainly an uneventful day. Murray had some minor issues pinpointing the ball, especially in red zone drills. He hit Jashawn Jones in the back of the end zone for a touchdown, but the throw was off the mark slightly. Some of that was due to a defender out front, but it was still off the mark. He also tried to throw to the pylon that was over the receiver's head after a modified scramble drill. So both quarterbacks missing throws, overselling throws, etc. Another day, another dollar. In their case, millions of dollars, but you get my drift. Here we go. Overall, Murray won the day. That's what he says. What do people say in general? But it's not something to be excited about. It's not a game changer. It's not a solidifier. Keep it pushing. Keep it moving. See you tomorrow, right? Right. Now, let me know. Will it be pads again tomorrow? Let me know in the chat if you know. Let's work. Here we go, man. Charles Demings flashes again. Chuck D. Keep your eyes out on Chuck D. You hear me? Heavy. Much respect to Chuck D. Now you talk about a rookie here. 6th round pick, right? Or was it 5th? Whatever one. You talk about a dude came in right away, already showing that leadership or leadership potential, right? Leadership dynamics. The way he talks, speaks, carries himself, very mature. But on top of that, he can really play ball. On top of that, he's loyal, you know. Takes his faith very serious, his belief in God very serious, right? Right. And he can really play ball once again. The dude's been all over the field, the whole training camp, OTAs, and mini camp. He continues, keeps it up. First off, he's making the team. Secondly, baby. He might be getting real PT. I'm talking real reps at the end of the day. I told y'all a long time ago, right? The cornerback room could look very different. as far as starters, second stringers, etc. We may actually see Byron Murphy Jr. back in his natural position, which is what? The slot cornerback position. And with Chuck D in the mix, oh, he's coming along very fast, very fast. We talk about playing above expectations. That's what Chuck D is doing right now. And if he continues it, if he continues to rock and roll all through training camp, oh, people are in real big trouble. When I said nobody's safe, I meant it. I don't care if you're a rookie, second year, fifth year, 10 year. It don't matter. Nobody should be safe. Put the best men on the field. That's come on, man. That should be the only Vikings concern right now. Building the best 53-man roster possible, but having the best starters on the field possible. I don't care how long a player has been in the building, what you may have promised him. And no matter who it is, I mean, whoever. If someone gets their spot taken, it should be taken like that. Straight up. We go. We got in the building. Who we got in the building, man? Bears Wolfer in the building. Bears Wolfer in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES, man. Let's get it. Let's word. What up, Loco? Thanks for the info, bro. Big facts, no cap. Big facts, no cap, man. Loco always coming with it. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Off the rip. Here we go. McCarthy is 45 of 69 in team drills, 18 of 26 in 7-on-7. And Collar is 38 of 54 in team drills and 13 of 26 in 7-on-7. So we take a look at the stats right there. Is it really, what's up? Is it really a clear winner? No. Is it really a clear person in the league right now? Can you say it convincingly? Probably not. No. So right now, what we call it a draw. Can't take away the magnificent 2 days in a row McCarthy had. And technically, we talk about magnificent days or days where quarterbacks look really, really good. McCarthy's had 2. Murray has had 1. You know? McCarthy has had 2. Murray has had 1. If we really want to break it down and talk about stats and facts and actuals, we don't really gotta get into that. Just from the articles, even articles trying to paint a certain narrative per se, it's pretty much a tie right now. Like I said, we're finna really get into the thick of things right now. Today was just a walkthrough. What does tomorrow hold? Will tomorrow be pads? Every day from here on out, McCarthy must shine. Murray must shine. But you know his team 9 round yonder made the best man win. But when the pads come on, he must take advantage. Straight up. He has to. How's it going, Biz? Hope all is well, fam, and no problem. No doubt, man. We good. Yeah, man, these media collar fanatics are very out of touch. It ain't what they saying. See, that's what you got to be aware of. The media, always, Biz. Always, Biz. We never know what the media is pushing, hell, especially Vikings media. Well, media worldwide in general, the media today. But, man, we talking about this competition here, the narrative that has been painted. How could you possibly believe any media outlet at this point or not question them or go check the facts for yourself? You understand me? It's no way. Just because a beat writer says, oh, Murray's just dominating the battle. Murray shines again. McCarthy looks horrible. You think you could take him for his word? No. Hell no. Shit. You saw the article I read yesterday. They didn't say one time about McCarthy's great throws or the good work he put in with the ones to practice before when they said Murray just outshined him by a landslide. We see how they blow McCarthy's mistakes up, but never blow Murray's up. They haven't talked about his hospital balls one time yet. Period. You know, these are just facts, honest reviews, honest opinions. Murray had the great day. Oh, they blew it out the water. He's the man. It's over. This and that. McCarthy has 2 great days in a row. It's nothing. Quiet, damn near crickets. Oh, some little, oh, good job, good job. That's it. The media didn't take it and run with it, take it and make it erupt like a volcano. Hell no. They kept it on hush, kept it on hush. Very similar to OTA's minicamp. When they waited 2 weeks, a week after minicamp was over to start saying, oh, McCarthy actually did show improvement. He actually was layering the balls, taking heat off the balls, etc. Doing everything the Vikings asked him to do and then some. But they kept that quiet for about a week. You know, here we go. But you have to factor in McCarthy has played the #1 defense way more snaps than Murray has. Yeah, true, true. A whole new year as well. Mav Henry in the building, Mav Henry in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL Vikes. Here we go. It was just like yesterday. Both QBs were okay. Appreciate you, Mav. Appreciate you, Mav, for real. With the #2 receivers, while Kyler has been using the #1 receivers against #2 defense, most snaps. See, right there, Loco. That needs to change. Like I said, from today, it should be 50-50 moving forward. There's no way you can continue to give Kyler Murray most of the reps with the ones against the twos and call it fair. No way in hell. I don't see how KOC could feel comfortable crowning a quarterback and giving Murray majority of those reps with the ones. Why wouldn't it be even? Why wouldn't it be even? I ask you that. Matter of fact, somebody asked KOC that right now. Judd was crashing out. I think both QBs need to play in the preseason. I gotta check Judd out. We go check him out there, man. We're gonna see what's happening. You hear me, Doug? KLC is going to have a hard time with this one. Here we go. Right now is in JJ's favor. If it's close, they have to give JJ the job, right? I would assume so. And not just being biased. Why wouldn't you give him the job? If he's the future, you have him on a rookie deal. You still ain't got to pay him. Why not give him the job? If it's that close, I'm talking real close. Like you said, Loco, yes, you give McCarthy the edge. He's your future, right? Right. You don't got to pay him nothing right now, right? You can build a roster around him. When you want to see what he can do, if the battle is that close, you know what Murray can do. You know Murray's ceiling. You know Murray's ceiling. Now, can KOC bring some more out of him? Maybe, probably. We'll see. If he did it with Kirk, hell, he could do it with anybody, damn near. You know what I mean? But once again, KOC being able to run away from what's going on, being able to run away from developing a quarterback like he says he can do, but still call him the QB whisperer. And he hasn't developed one rookie quarterback yet. IDK, how they don't. If that's close, you either trade him or play him. Right, exactly. Exactly. Sitting him on the bench is the worst thing you could do. What good is doing that? Exactly, Mav. Exactly. You drafted him for a reason, right? If the quarterback competition is that close at the end of the smoke, when the smoke clears, you start McCarthy. Period. You see what you have in him, man. Lamont in the building, Lamont in the building. What's good, my brother? SKOL Vikes. Here we go, man. Let's get it. Let's work. Shout out Lamont in the building, man. Gave me some information earlier too, man. Here we go. So once again, shout out Charles Demings, dog. Real dog out there. Let's get back to it. After a couple of nice days at practice, Demings continued staying consistent. He had a really nice PBU in the back of the end zone on Ty Felton and another during 7-on-7 team drills. What really stands out is his patience. He isn't panicking and stays in the hip pocket. You see that's maturity on the field already. That's very rare. You talking about it's some veterans who don't have patience at the cornerback position, right? It's some veterans who panic at the cornerback position. You're talking about a rookie coming in calm, collected, understanding the assignment, the mission, his job, his role. He's a ball player with a certain mentality, and he's a true leader as well. It's so refreshing, feels so good to see a draft class that's finally formidable, can give us some real reps and real contributions, man, right away. You know, third round, do what he do. Second round pick, do what he do. First round, and then on. Maybe even fifth, sixth, you know? But this is the feeling you're supposed to have from your rookies. Caleb Banks, just energy all over the place, permeating through the building. Young boys bringing the energy, what the Vikings need right now. Veterans too. But the rookies, everybody waiting to see what will your rookie class look like. Will it hit or be a bust? Feels very satiating, man, to see these boys performing. I know it's a long training camp, a lot of football left. They got to prove it on the field, but the way they're playing right now, locked in right now, showing maturity right now, winning right now, it feels great, man. Understand me? Let me get them SKOL Vikes in the chat. You hear me? Matter of fact, here we go, man. Wait, how long did A-Rod sit on the bench for? Shout out great time in the building. Shout out great time in the building. What up, my brother? Let's get it. SKOL Vikes. Wouldn't know right there. Great time, good question, man. What's your point though? What's your point though? Expound, great time, expound. We need more. We need more. Let's get it. Let's get it. You know, what statement are you trying to make by asking that question right there? Here we go. Some reports say McCarthy was slightly better. Some reports say Murray was slightly better. Which one is true? Who cares? They both are about the same. No one is winning it right now. There you go, Mav. There you go, Mav. Be real with it. Be real with it. Mhm. The Packers decided to go that route. The Vikings didn't, dude. Hey, you know, Swiss cheese Packers. They do them, we do us. I repeat, they do them, we do us. You hear me? Uh, Now, great time may have been trying to say Aaron Rodgers said and was patient and waited his time and what? Not sure. But no, if the competition is close, that close, thread a needle close type shit, you play McCarthy, period. You play McCarthy. Here we go. Let's get back to it. See here. Demings may be a fifth round pick, run it back. Demings may be a fifth round pick, but he continues to show consistency wherever he's lined up. I continue to be bullish on Demings. I think everybody loves Demings, no doubt. Here we go. So we got some other camp notes right here. Some high-profile players didn't practice outside of individual drills. Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison set those out. While Christian Darrisaw was in street clothes, likely a veteran rest day. You rest Darrisaw. I don't care how long you rest Darrisaw. Darrisaw needs rest. We don't need a situation where you force him back. Oh, we got to get him back there. Get him back there. Why? He's an all-pro player, the best when healthy. He'll be fine. Make sure he is 100% going into the season. He don't need to be 90%, 85%. No, 100% CD. Let's get it. Your favorite Vikings couple in the building. Your favorite Vikings couple in the building. What up, brother? What up, sister? You know. Let's get it. Let's get it. SKOL Vikes. We go. You hear me? Say SKOL. Great discussions, bro. Like your lives. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. You hear me? No doubt, brother. For real. That's word. No pass today, I heard. Yeah, no pass, Lamont. But an article said it will be many padded practices. So you wonder how many. What is the fair amount of padded practices, the safe amount per se? I know some people out there say, oh, every day hit, every day hit. No, it's a different era, a different league. No, it's not every day hit. Why? No, you can still bring physicality every day you're in pads. These are professional NFL players. They've been playing football their whole life, damn near. They adapt to everything right away. Muscle memory, mental memory, etc. So no, it's not hit every day, hit every day. For what? But when you hit, when you have the pads on, like we saw yesterday, you keep it physical. You keep it damn near brutal, but safe, period. It's about rest as well. These players need rest, period. You want to run them ragged before the season? Why? They finna play 17 games. They make the playoffs even more. So what are we talking about here for real? Give them as many rest days as you want to, especially players Darisaw, Hale Cashman, Hale Jettis, Addison. These are football players, man. Know what I mean? Been doing this for years. The goal is what? Stay healthy, be healthy, be healthy, stay healthy. Duh. So you don't got to force feed nothing. They will get enough reps. They will get enough hits. And when the season comes, it's hitting all week, period. Don't need no stupid injuries because coaches, players are in their ego or trying to feed and please the fans. And we go. Care nothing about how the fans feel for real right now. Straight up. Can't wait to see how this is going to play out. Now, real talk, your fave, real talk, your fave, no doubt, my brother. For real, you hear me? For real. Let's get back to it. So once again, read that there. At one point during practice, a group of young kids yelled some unkind words to McCarthy. See, there you go. Little badass kids, sit down. Where your parents at? Sit them down. Sit your ass down. Running your mouth, running your trap. Sit down, watch the game, and shut up. Watch the practice and shut up and show respect. But if McCarthy went up there, snatched one of the kids up, everybody want to sue, and the parents want to be like, he touched my daughter, he touched my son. Tell your son, daughter, watch their mouth. Saying crazy shit at practice. See, that's why I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give one care if the Vikings made it private. No fans allowed, and bye. No media allowed, and bye. Because a situation like this right here. Here we go. It got multiple players and coaches to look up and justify glare at the perpetrator. So talking wow type shit. It got everybody revved up per se. Here we go. Ty Felton continues to look improved from last season, making impressive catches and getting open in team drills. If this continues, the Vikings will have an embarrassment of riches at the wide receiver position. Bunch of dogs back there for real. Carson Wentz still throws a beautiful football, expected. Wentz and Max Brosmer got some team reps at the end of practice. Tyrion Ingram Dawkins blew up a wide rush in team drills by blasting through Josh Oliver. Come on, Oliver, man up, stand up. Your specialty is blocking. Man up, stand up, period. Here we go. Jennings caught an outlet ball for Murray at the end of practice, and Demings wrapped him up around the neck, nearly starting a fight. They getting rough. They getting physical. They getting brutal. Once again, Charles Demings, physical, man. Physical, man. You hear me? Hey, keep it fair, but hey, he get you around the neck. It's what it is. Nearly starting a fight. Hey, a fight'll be good for him. Don't do too much, but it'll be good for him. Straight up. We talk about physicality right now. You ain't gotta have the pads on every day to be physical. You hear? Linemen are like, let's put the pads on. No doubt. No doubt. In the building. Football all day in the building. What up, big dog? What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES, man. Let's work. For sure. Big boys gotta eat. Big boys gotta eat. Matter of fact, that's the mentality you want your O-line to have as well. Football all day, right? For real. Let's get it. Let's hold up. Where we at? So that's it. So that's the article. Now I'm gonna get into some video, get into some interviews, pressers. Not sure how long. Had the luxury of going live a little earlier today, so went ahead, took advantage of it. Tomorrow probably be a later live if I go live tomorrow. Yeah. 1 second. Let's start with O'Connell first. We got Bane Teasley speaking too. Damn, matter of fact, let's go there. Where you at with it? Let's see what Bane got to say.
So this is a traditional leather wallet.
Oh, hold on. Before that, let's check out Twitter. I'm gonna check out Twitter right quick, man. See what's going on. See what Jug got to say once again. Damn, Judge speaking. Oh man, here we go.
Are sponsored by Plunkett's Pest Evening.
So here we go. As you know, I'm sure you know, this is Judd. I broke down the one yesterday. Break down this one again. What he said. How you feel about people saying KOC failing JJ? That's what I've been saying for a whole year. Your fave, you hear me? No doubt, man. I've been saying that for a whole year, period. He's failed him for 2 years, 3 years now. He failed him last year, but everybody made him the scapegoat. He's been a scapegoat since the beginning of last year. Matter of fact, even before. But yes, been saying it the longest, brother. KOC failed McCarthy in a horrible way. He got away with Purdy murder. Lack of development, lack of confidence building, right? Lack of attention, anything you want to name, anything you want to say, for real. KOC failed JJ McCarthy. But at the same time, JJ had to fix his errors himself with John Beck. And him being a pro, him being an NFL quarterback, is certain things he just got to take upon himself and do. And like this quarterback competition, he must go win, period. You can't blame KOC forever. You hear me? Can't blame Murray forever. He got to go out there and prove it, take it, and earn it. I don't know how he go from 2 days in a row looking excellent. Then you have a big drop off. You hear me? Good thing for him, once again, Murray's not playing great. Murray's not looking great either. And you can look at it from the aspect of he's an 8-year vet. Everybody talks about his experience. That's what gives him the edge. But he's making worse mistakes than McCarthy per se, dog. He's throwing hospital balls 8 years in. Real live action, Jordan Addison probably hurt for the season type shit. Or concussion or something, a big hit taken, unnecessary hit taken is my point. But let's talk about the actual facts here. But yes, absolutely correct. Your fave, I've been saying it for a whole year. You hear me? KOC failed JJ McCarthy. No question debating about it. Can he make up for it? Yeah, but he had no choice this year. He brung Murray in. He gotta put work in with both of them. With both of them. You understand me? That's where we at with it. Batting the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. Let's get it. He said, I don't think anybody really knows what's going on with the QBs. Shout out my brother in the building, man. Here we go. Man. He said he's so hey Bat, you saying everybody JT just talking, everybody just capping and yapping Bat, huh? Come on, man. You saying everybody just capping and yapping, my brother? What about the people who there, Bat? What about the film work, Bat? The film work, Bat, huh? What about the observers, the beat writers per se, man? The ones attending the practice. What's up with it, Bat? We go. You say definitely agree. No doubt, man. Let's get it. Let's work. Here we go. Let's get back to it. So this is Judd from Purple Daily once again. Now let me, like I asked y'all before in the video earlier today, matter of fact, huh? Do you think Judd is being legit, being honest, being fair? You know their biasness to Murray. They've been nut riding Murray for a long time now. Really, the whole fan base has, all of the media has. Vikings to ESPN to wherever, NBC, whoever you want to name, whatever show, wherever show you want to go. That's been the narrative all day, all night. Sure, you're right. But do you think Judd is being accurate in his post game, post practice relay? Here we go. Every knucklehead with a Twitter account thinks they are an expert. Oh man, that boy back coming in hot. He coming in hot, huh? With the sirens around this bitch, huh? Matter of fact. Nah, no, brother. You wildin', brother. You gotta dog. Man, homie. That's crazy work. He said every knucklehead, every knucklehead with a Twitter account thinks they are an expert. Wild work, baby. Wild work. Let's get it. Brandon in the building. Brandon in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES, man. Here we go. For real. And what he said, I look forward to seeing how it goes down in the joint practices with the Ravens. Real talk right there, Brandon. You hear me? Hey, Brandon, you just hit it on the head with a hammer, Holmes. Matter of fact, now right there, that may be where your QB1 is crowned, right there. I've said it before months ago. That may be where your QB1 is crowned, right there, Brandon. You hear me? But you hit it on the head with a hammer. That may be the most important 2 days of this competition battle for real. Brandon coming in hot on the spot. Shout out my brother Heavy. But that right there, you talk about that right there, that's where you crown your QB1. Real competition, real battle. You got Lamar Jackson in the building, defense battle, offense battle, gonna be crazy. But you got two QBs going up against a solid defense. Who will be the victor? But those joint practices, Brandon, might crown your QB1 off the rip. For real, man. Let's wait and see what happens. Remember, Brosmer looked all pro versus the Titans, and you saw how that ended. Yeah. As the week continues, the QB play should get better, hopefully. It should, Brandon. It should. Will it? That's the question. Will it? Huh? All right, here we go. Let's get to it.
Judd from the Cars, sponsored by Plunkett's Pest Control. Welcome aboard, Plunkett's. And here's my first edition of Here's What's Bugging Me. And it is the Vikings quarterback situation. So we are now 6 days into practice. Saturday, Kyler Murray had the superior day to J.J. McCarthy, created a little bit of separation. Well, in the two practice.
What about J.J. McCarthy's superior days to Murray, Judd? Did you forget that, Judd, or what? What about McCarthy's 2 superior days that he had over Murray? Was no separation there for a while, or what's up? Here we go. Let's get back to it. See what I mean off the rip? Come on, Judd. Be real, Holmes. You media, right? You media, well-known media. Be real, Holmes. Heavy. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Here we come. He says, I am not biased, but I do feel KO has 2 choices. The unemployment line with Kyler or division champ with JJ, my unbiased opinion. Talk to him bad. Here we go, brother. But let's see if Judd keeps it real here, if he's really honest. Didn't start off on the right foot at all.
Since including today's held in shorts and shells, I got to be honest, no one's impressing me now. It feels like Kyler has all these chances to sort of separate himself. I mean, J.J. McCarthy against air today, throwing to receivers, and what was he?
And you hear what he said? Now, yes, Murray could have definitely separated himself. Good news for McCarthy. He didn't. He hasn't. But hell yeah, if Murray would have showed up and showed out yesterday, today, etc., he would have definitely separated himself, and rightfully so. But he didn't. I repeat, he didn't. So McCarthy, are you awake now? Are you woke now, brother? But Judge said it right there. Murray had a chance to take this away, but he didn't take it away. Now, how will McCarthy respond? Period. Here we go. What he said. Judd also said if folks were caught filming, they'd be tased. So how biased is it really? Wow, tase, man. Now tasing kind of extreme. You're doing too much with tasing. Just pick them up, throw them out of there. Now if they get aggressive, get wild, do what you got to do. But tasing off the rip, you coming in, taser out, huh? Hell no, Jack, coming way down. But hey, fans want to talk and do too much and be all in the player ear and not just sit there and enjoy the practice and cheer and be respectful. Get out. They want to take for granted the opportunity they got to come watch the practice. Get out. Straight up. You know? Why are you filming anyway, showing other teams, other ops, the offense, the defense, scheme plays, goofball? But everybody talking about, oh, I want to see the Vikings win. I want to see the Vikings win. You're filming plays, filming practice. Now, 7-on-7, stuff like that, goal line, probably not that big of a deal. But if you're showing actual plays, actual routes, schemes, setups, etc., you're causing a major problem potentially. We go. So, but you talking about tasing people? Nah, bro, you getting a little carried away right there, dog. For real, heavy. He say Judge nuts. He wild, ain't he, Biz? That boy wild, Biz. You hear me? Heavy, man. Here we go, man. Judge wildin', man. No doubt,
red zone type of period, but against air, missed 3 receivers. So it's like, okay, Kyler steps up, looks good. He's going to create the necessary separation. But Kyler didn't have a good day. JJ didn't have a particularly good day. Both of them did a couple of good things here and there, but there's far too much inconsistency. And it's bugging me because they're trying to split these reps. And in splitting these reps, they're not getting any clear-cut winner.
See, now everything he said, I agree. And no, you will get a clear-cut winner. You will get a clear-cut winner, Judd, period. See, that's where you're wrong right there. Everything he said, respect, shout out to him, kudos to him for keeping it real about what's going on. But yes, they must continue to split the reps, Judd. They're getting into the thick of it right now. If you know real ball, Judd, football, Judd, this competition is just getting started. And like my brother Brandon said, joint practice will tell it all probably. But they must continue to split the reps, Judd. It's football. That's why it's called a real competition. Period. So I agree with everything he said up until that statement he just made right there. Totally wrong. You have to split reps. Ain't no way you can. And you can't crown a QB1 right now. Now you want to rush and crown a QB1, do it. Wait till after joint practice to do it. Go from there. I won't be mad at that. Hell, I give him that. But you crown a QB1 before that? Hell no. Hell no, Holmes. Too much. Trying to do too much. Let it pan out for real. Make it fair for real. It will show. The superior quarterback will show. Guaranteed. Trust me. This football. You can't hide from competition. You can't hide who's the best. Somebody will elevate ahead of the other one, guaranteed. Just what it is. You say, Judd a weenie, bro, LOL. That boy, brother. Say a weenie, brother. Oh, man, dog. Say it's funny, for real, for sure. Almost feel bad for him, how much Kyler Kool-Aid he's drinking, but that's cool. Man, he been on that Kool-Aid heavy, ain't it? But right now, he kind of mad at both of them, ain't it? He's saying Kyler playing bad, man. He's saying McCarthy ain't looking great, Biz. You know? Here come Judd, man. We go.
Eventually, you're going to have to choose someone. But if the Vikings thought this was going to become crystal clear, I'm sorry. They're sadly mistaken. I'm going to...
Nah, you're mistaken, Judd. You're mistaken, Judd. This is football. Like I just said, the best will separate himself, period. This is football, Judd. Have you ever played? Do you know about it? Do you know how it works? Understand me? The separation will be made. Give it time. But KOC doesn't have to rush anything. So take a deep breath, Judd. Calm down. Breathe, bruh. Breathe, brother. Heavy. They will identify the right QB. He will show himself. Hopefully it's McCarthy. If not, bet may the best man win. But calm it way down. Now you want to rush. You just got to choose somebody. Oh my gosh. Then do it after the joint practice with the Ravens. Get a real eye test, 1,000% eye test. Wait till after then, but don't do nothing now. No way. You know? Let me know how you feel in the chat, bro. Here we go. It's word. Adam in the building. Adam Jones in the building. What up, brother? What he said? He said, EJ, I'm concerned. The spiritual realm is not playing games. Big facts, no cap, brother. It could be from Justin and the circles he's been populating. Hey, you know, I'm not the spiritual realm is definitely real, Adam Jones. Definitely that. Spiritual warfare, definitely for a different time, no. But I ain't gonna say Jeddas is just caught up in that wickedness. Now he liked to go to the parties. He attended them. Every year he is getting closer and closer, but I'm not gonna say he's just in the trap yet. I did a whole lot about him, about the Met Gala, about the Reuben party, all white party, all that. What did I say, Adam? You grin, you're in. So Jeddah's grin a couple more times, he gonna be in there like swimwear and can't get out. Straight up. Yeah. That's all I'm saying right there. But as far as the spiritual realm, Adam, you hit it on the head with a hammer. A lot going on in general. You know, we talk, but you know, different time, different story. Let's ride. Shout out Adam Jones in the building. My brother, let's get it. Yes, let's get back to it.
Lost for words here because it's bugging me so much.
So he said it's bugging him so much. You understand me?
So much.
And so Judd's pissed, I guess, right? Judd's panicking. You understand me? Let's go down further. It sounds like JJ McCarthy ended the Vikings QB battle today with his performance. I don't know if he's being sarcastic, being funny, throwing shots, disrespecting, whatever. Not a man.
Practice possible. JJ McCarthy.
Shout out Jake once again, breaking it down. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. Appreciate the people breaking it down, giving you the news, really being in there like swimwear. Then letting us know what we need to know, what we don't need to know, etc. And for the ones not being biased as well. You know? It will be crystal clear. My point exactly, your fave. It will be crystal clear, dog. That's my point. Like Judd just don't understand how the cookie gonna crumble or how the cookie gotta crumble. It's a lot that goes on, a lot of factors in this QB battle. But the best man will show. And like I say, you want to crown a guy, you're yearning to say, hey, he's my QB1. Okay, bet. Wait till after the Ravens joint practice. Period. We're talking about crowning the best, the ultimate competition. Wait till then. You make a decision anytime sooner, it will be criminal. Yeah. SKOL Vikes, no doubt, Biz. No doubt, Biz. Here we go, man. Let me get them SKOL Vikes in the chat, huh? Heavy. Let's get back to it.
Jason Harmon reporting from training camp.
Yeah, Jason Harmon. Shout out Jason Harmon, man. Respect. Let's word.
On August 4th. Great weather today. Probably the most boring practice possible. JJ McCarthy started rough with some routes on air, had two misses wildly out of the back of the end zone with no defense. Missed, I believe it was Aaron Jones to the right on a swing route. But in team drills, he did get into a bit more of a rhythm. He had a really nice touch pass on the sideline to Dante Fleming that Fleming was able to bring in. Kyler Murray was fine today, definitely not reaching the heights that he reached on Saturday, but I'd say more than anything, the star of the show today continues to be Charles Demings. He had 2 awesome PBUs, and then after going and tackling, quote unquote, with no pads on, Juwan Jennings, they ended up getting chippy with each other to end practice, which for a 5th-round rookie out of an FCS school, you love to see that energy early in training camp. Jason Harmon reporting from training camp on August.
Absolutely correct. I have no problem. Matter of fact, I love it getting chippy per se. Like I say, Charles Demings, Chuck D, man, come on, man. I love when it gets chippy. It's good when it gets chippy, period. It's football. It should get chippy. You hear me? That's a great sign right there. Here we go. Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Let's move right along. So we got unofficial first team reps. Kyler Murray 39, wow, to JJ McCarthy's 20. Wow, are you kidding me there? Are you kidding me there? Once again, JJ McCarthy's reps. Y'all see what it says? Hold up. Let me know in the chat, is this criminal right here? Is this wrong? Let's see, is this fair? This is unofficial total first team reps. Kyler Murray 39, JJ McCarthy 20. How do you feel about that right there? Let me know in the chat, how do you feel about that? Is it fair or not? Seriously, do I need some dudes with mental disorders who spend too much time on Twitter telling me what my eyes experience already know? Big facts, no cap, Bat. For real, Bat. There you go, Bat. For real, though. Chuck D, do your thing, brother. For real, Lamont, no doubt. Lamont, for real. He said, my point is that things are happening. Look up gematria, yeah? These numbers are not random. 18 equals 1 plus 8, that's 9. Cousins was 8. Kyler is 1. We already know the QB. It's been written. Hey, hold on. Hey, you getting deep, Jones. You getting a little deep on them, Jones. You hear me, Jones? I feel you, brother. But, you get a little real on them, though, Joe. Brother, you hear me? Let's see what we going to see, Adam. You hear we going to see, man. Cole in the building. Shout out Cole in the building. SKOL Bikes, baby. Let's word. So he say motherfuckers talking about routes on air. Nobody worries about that in practice. True QB comp comes down to who moves the offense, decision making, and turnovers. There you go, Brandon. There you go, brother. Know what I mean? It's a long way until Green Bay, and people are wasting their time rooting on the practices like they are the Super Bowl. Crazy work, Holmes. My wife praying over JJ hands and feet right now. LOL. She bleed purple. Respect, man. I dig it. I dig it. SKOL Vikes. That's dope right there, man. Let's go. For real, man. Let's get it. SKOL Vikes. We here we come. Let's get back to this though. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Where's it at, man? I can try to look for some highlights, bro. Too much going down. Y'all hear me? Regular day, normal walkthrough day. Not too much shaking and baking. Little walkthrough day though, you know. Hopefully the pads back on tomorrow. We can tell more. Understand me? See, not too much on Twitter. On Twitter, we heard Judd. Not too much popping right now. Know what I mean? Regular practice, whatever. So let's move along. I want to get into some pressers. Kevin O'Connell, definitely. Jordan Addison. Maybe those two today. Some more tomorrow if I go live, but definitely those right now for sure. Oh, Nolan Bain Teasley as well. Give me 1 second. Let's do him first. Let's see what's going on, man. Might not watch the whole thing, but watch some of it.
Minnesota Vikings general manager Nolan Teasley is kind enough to join us. Second day of pads today, off yesterday, and he joins us now.
I probably watch about half of this. Then I watch the rest of KOC and Jordan Addison and get up out of here. Let's go, man. If JJ starts, he saves KOC's job. If Kyler starts, turnovers, sacks, and losses, KOC is fired. Once KOC is gone, this team will roll. Mickey in the building. Shout out my brother Mickey in the building. SKOL VIKES. Here we go. 1 second, running back. Here we go.
Now from the Vikings Entertainment Network, Mr. General Manager, how have you been? And what are you liking about training camp here at this beautiful facility?
I think you just touched on it. Thanks for having me, by the way. But yeah,
Nolan Bain Teasley. I believe he will lead the Vikings in the right direction.
I mean, one of the better training camp environments that I've been able to experience. You know, the fans in the stands, the tent set up, everything. The weather's cooperating. It's been beautiful out. So yeah, I'm liking everything about it. Not to mention that we're playing football. So I guess that's
right. Is and if I'm out of my lane here, I apologize. But is your family are they here yet and settled in? 4 boys, and your wife's name?
Morgan.
Morgan, right. Are they settled in yet? You all squared away that way?
No, we're not, is the short answer. My wife is on a plane headed this direction now. She'll be here for a couple of days. And then the boys will be coming with her. She'll go back home, and then they're all going to be here early next week, safe and sound and settled. Yeah. The boys probably will be excited about the joint practices, right? Very much so.
Yeah.
Very excited about anything football, especially. I think I touched on my 8-year-old Jax.
Right.
Hello. What he said? He said, yeah, Cole. In other words, he's doing what Kurt and Kyler have done their entire career, padding their stats, especially when they are getting their asses paddled, which was about 50% of the time. We know Kirk was the king of padding stats, right? That's all Kirk pretty much did and got away with it. Here we go. What time is it?
I don't remember what you said. Is high-end athlete already focusing on NIL, thinking about transfer portals from 10 years from now?
That is the focus. Yeah, no, we're gonna let him be a kid for as long as we can. But yes, he loves football.
I mean, you know this. I'm sure you know this better than me, ma'am, because you deal with college football and then like before college and stuff. But you know, I have a 25-year-old boy, 23-year-old girl. She just graduated from University of Colorado, so she was there with Dion coaching and Shador and Travis Hunter and all that. So going to the games is unbelievable. But it's when you get to know these people a little bit and then know their little brothers and hear I mean, they start talking about NIL. I mean, like in middle school, if somebody's good at basketball, football, or whatever, it's enveloped kind of everybody's mindset, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, there's certainly a focus on it. I mean, we're conscious of it, of everything that it impacts as players are coming to our level. But it's at the forefront of everybody's mind.
Right.
Certainly openly discussed at this point.
What is it like watching film with Kevin O'Connell?
Educational.
In what way?
He's a great football mind, so he's talking to me about,
you know, the football mind, and of course, Bain Teasley will say that. But can we wait? Can we really make KOC prove this football mind? Can he prove it on the field before we crown him a mastermind of anything? Because how many years have we called him a mastermind, baby? Off the rip from the jump, coming in from the Rams, not proving anything. They called him a QB whisperer and a mastermind. For what? You know, but I know Nolan Bain Teasley gonna say that, of course. But tell your dog, prove it. That's a hell of a prediction, Mickey. Speaking facts, man. Here we go, man. No doubt. Big facts, man. Let's get it. It's crazy work here.
technique and everything that, from different positions. But I'm just learning, which is great. I love.
Hey Mickey, are you saying, do you want to see Brian Flores be the head coach? I ask you again, Mickey, do you want to see Brian Flores be the head coach of the Vikings? We go.
Learning football, and why not learn from one of the best?
So old dogs learning new tricks. I mean, because we're talking to somebody who's been part of Super Bowl teams and has done this with
Dog sharpen dog.
Pete Carroll and Mike McDonald and Leslie Frazier and people like that, but you still learn new things the more information you get, right?
For sure. And think about, you just named 3 defensive coaches too.
Right.
So, yeah,
That's great.
So it's cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, defensively speaking, now we mentioned those names. Brian Flores is a defensive coach, but clearly things he does are different. So when you watch film with Brian, what's that like?
No, and you touched on it. And again, that's not necessarily my wheelhouse. I'm an evaluator at heart and not a coach, but watching his system and scheme in person is something. And the way that he can impact the game. And it seems like nobody is where they're supposed to be. So, no, it just speaks to, the caliber of defensive mind that we have in this building, and just working with Flo has been excellent. We were just talking about the Jamal Adams acquisition being an example of just being able to collaborate and communicate with him, and him understanding his, being able to articulate his vision for the player, and we kind of aligned there. And so then we have the opportunity to bring a good football player in and see where that goes.
And after, one of Jamal's first practices last week, he's walking to the locker room, chats with the media a little bit. And, he said, I'm here because Nolan wanted me to be here and I trust him and I like the situation and stuff. Then he went in depth about, an injury that he had and just the recovery process from the unique nature of it. Well, I guess I wasn't wrapped up in Las Vegas Raiders football last year. I had no idea that he moved to linebacker. And he's always been a bigger, thicker kind of guy, high draft pick, fast, despite that size as a safety. But what are some intangibles with Jamal that caused you to bring him here?
Well, he's always had kind of that hybrid.
What he said? Say B Flo will be the head coach. Mickey said you saying he the head coach, Mick. He the head coach, Mick, off the rip. Wow, man. There we go, man. That's the idea, right? That's the idea. Brought B Flo for head coach. Will they let him be a head coach? You hear me? Let's get it. Let's get it, man. And B Flo will be even a better head coach than defensive coordinator and a better head coach than his first go round. Definitely could be, Mick. Definitely could be. B Flo. Now, B Flo is definitely a mastermind of what he does. You can call Brian Flores a mastermind for real. Definitely. Well, let me drop this link too, man. Want to come rock and roll with me, lock in with me, say how you feel. Just make sure it's real. Here we go. He said, I'm telling you it's going to happen. Hey, it's trippy, brother. It definitely could, depending on how they start, how KOC starts, etc. If KOC starts off bad, if he's fired, that could be what goes down, Mickey, no doubt. Here we go. Let's get back to it.
Skill set. And so that was the first thought, and how it would fit into Flo's system. And then just knowing the person, again, the energy, the passion that he plays with, and then having Flo able to articulate, his vision for the player, and it kind of it molded into.
And that's very big for Nolan Bain Teasley, vision, right? He always talked about it in his first presser. What is your vision for this player? What is your vision for this team, etc.? And that's very important. What is your vision? What is your plan, man? Here we go. And one thing about Flores, no matter the player, he always has a plan.
both of us aligning in that vision. And so let's bring a good football player in and see where it can go.
In Nolan, in all your years of evaluation, okay, now general manager for the Minnesota Vikings, the hybrid word and the hybrid approach. Like I remember when Shaq Thompson came out of, I think, Washington, maybe to Carolina or something, Marcus Golden with the Arizona Cardinals, these guys who have certain skill sets and size, but they were always described as hybrids. Josh Metellus here. Is that relatively new within the last decade or so? It's not like, hey, you're built like a corner, you're built like a safety, you're going to play free safety or strong safety. Because with Flores, it's with Metellus, we've seen slot corner, cover the guy in the slot, play safety, play a little linebacker, maybe feign defensive end, drop back into something, hybrid type modes. Is that all over the place now?
I think you're kind of touching about versatility, brings value. And it's really incumbent upon the coach to bring that to life. And luckily we have a good one under the roof here that's going to,
we're gonna see how good he is, Nolan Bain Teasley. We're gonna see this year how good he is. We need 2 playoff wins. I repeat, we need 2 playoff wins or more, Nolan Bain Teasley. If you don't get 2 playoff wins or more, KOC should be gone, my brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is year 5. We need 2 playoff wins. Let's see how really good he is. Here we go. He gets our vote. No cap, right? No cap, your fave. No cap, brother. Let's work. Here we go, man. Let's get back to it.
It has the ability to do that with a lot of players, not just Jamal.
And that's
not
Adams.
just Josh.
Yeah. So Adams, I think played 200 some odd snaps. I think inside linebacker last year for the Raiders or linebacker. That what goes into that position change? I mean, if you're you got to put on more weight, you have to get stronger in different areas, things like that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a change. There's elements of if you're playing big nickel, strong safety, will linebacker, a lot of those things mirror each other in terms of the things that you're tasked with, where you can pressure from, the drops that you're asked to execute, who you're matched with in coverage. I would think the biggest part, and Jamal would probably tell you this, is just the block destruction. You're just dealing with bigger bodies and trying to shed blocks of offensive linemen rather than tight ends, wide receivers, and running backs.
Nolan Teasley, general manager for the Minnesota Vikings, 9 to noon. This is cool. Also available.
Thing about Teasley, his knowledge of the game. You understand his IQ for the game. You talk about Teasley and Flores, dynamic duo. Will KOC make it a dynamic trio? That's the question right there. But you can understand the way he speaks, the way he brings it. Just his whole demeanor. Oh, man. Great hire for the Vikings once again.
Either now or later via Vikings.com. The pads went on yesterday. Your defensive line was having some good moments, a fair amount of practice. Is that how it generally is supposed to work early in the pads equation? The guys going forward are supposed to have the advantage?
Yeah, they're attacking, right? So it's not uncommon for the defense to maybe be a little bit ahead in the first day of pads, but what you're looking for is you're looking for growth, and I'm really confident that as camp just kind of progresses, that you're going to see the offense have some days, you're going to see the defense have some days, and back and forth. So.
That's how it goes as well. I mean, the ebbs and flows of training camp, the ebbs and flows of the game. Offense wins some, defense wins some. Okay, let's get it. Let's dog sharpen dog. Say, just wait. You'll see. We're going to see for sure. Wouldn't be mad, man. I wouldn't be mad at all. Here we go. He say, right now this team is soft because KOC is soft. That boy Mickey, he coming in out of here. I hear you. Let's get back to it.
This perhaps is more of a question for Kevin O'Connell, but I mean, I look at GM and head coach for the best of the best to be in lockstep. So I'm gonna hit you with it. What goes into the crescendo up to a regular season? So in other words, whether it's what you've seen in Seattle or what you're seeing here, what I mean is the pace of some practices differs from others. What are the keys to having a fresh and fit team into the regular season opener?
I think that's key. The balance that you're always looking for is you want to be prepared, but you want to be healthy. And I think KO has a really good plan, and I've been really impressed early on. And that's guided by Tyler Williams and his staff, and they do an excellent job. So we're really confident in the plan that's been put into place, and that's going to be executed as we kind of work our way toward Green Bay.
Some of the names from whence you came from Seattle that we've mentioned. I'd just like to get your heartfelt answer on some things that you learned.
Oh, hold on. What's up, Bat? What's up, Bat? He said, who else? Who else what, Bat? Expound, brother. Expound. Here we go. Let's get it. He said, who else? Who else? Who else? Who? What you mean? What you mean, dog?
And never will forget, and are going to be tried and true and age old for you, from the likes of John Schneider, Leslie Frazier, Pete Carroll. Like what are some of those things that you'll never forget?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to treating people the right way, and that's, I think, what breeds culture in a building, and having a level of empathy, understanding that it's a tough business that we're in, and allowing people to just flourish in an environment where, yeah, it's football and we're working hard and it's long hours, but you need to find balance and give people opportunity to find time with their family, and just valuing their contributions into the organization as a whole. And then the football piece, I get asked that question. And this is even, you mentioned Leslie, but also Mike McDonald, and Pete would always kind of touch on it. And this kind of meshes with our conversation about versatility earlier too. But is that, every player might have some perceived limitations, but you don't worry about what they can't do. You just really concentrate on what they can, and then it's our job to develop them and help them be at their best, and then put them in position to do those things as often as possible. And then I see that in this building too. And so I think that's what really brings a level of comfort in where we're headed, and looking forward to continuing on.
Well, what an awesome answer, because is it fair to say the same could be said about Kyler Murray? And this is with respect to the Arizona football program. I mean, flippantly, somebody can say, okay, we ain't them. And then you just move on to whatever you want to do with him or whatever quarterback you're going to use. But like how much does Kyler's run up, what you just said, in not hyper focusing on things that weren't done with that group compared to what you can do here potentially with him? How much of his run in Arizona matters to you? Because this building has been organized and cohesive since O'Connell and the group arrived in 2022.
Well, I think Kyler accomplished some really good things and did some really good things in his time with Arizona. I can't speak to anything beyond that. I wasn't in that building, but I know here I'm confident, and we're really confident in our ability to again, put players in position to do what they do best as often as possible, and then to also develop them off the field so that they can be the best version of themselves.
I love that. Jadeveon Clowney signed with the Houston Texans yesterday. Is this the time street players, specifically the ones who have some...
Said Flo literally is accusing the Miami owner of trying to get him to throw games. Not sure if that is part of the lawsuit. Yeah, that's crazy work right there too, man. Like, you try to force somebody to throw a game. That's crazy work. For real, Bat. He say, Bat, know what's up. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. SKOL VIKES.
Statistical equity and or bigger names for the public, like Clowney. Is this the time they generate?
It's also deeper than that too as well. You know what I'm saying, Bat? That's maybe part of it, but it's also deeper than that as well. Here we go. Big Gritter in the building. Big Gritter in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. Let's word. Third year in the system, and he's still slow processing shit. QB competition is over. I'm not gonna say it's over, Big Gritter. You know what I mean? Neither quarterback is impressive right now. Wasn't impressive today. Not going to say it's over, but McCarthy definitely needs to zone in, lock in, needs to play better. No ducking that. But as far as you saying it's over, nah, it's not over. It's really just getting started. Here we go. If it were over, we'd already know about it, but nice wishful thinking. Facts, biz, facts. It's not over. It can't be over yet. Now, Now, if Kyler Murray would have blew it out the water, you could say, hey, it might be over, but he didn't do that. So JJ McCarthy still has a chance. So we're really getting in the thick of it right now. Matter of fact, we got real talk though, Biz. Real talk. Let's get it. Some people want it to be over. Yeah, I know a lot of people want it to be over per se, but that don't mean it's over, Jack. No cap. Here we go. So
really start landing places.
Yeah, I mean, I think that window can be, it can be a big window. I mean, Jadeveon, I don't think signed until September last year. So this is just that specifically. It seems like it aligned for him. I think he might live in the Houston area.
Came into the league with
came
him.
into the league with him. So there's a connection there. And obviously it worked out for the player. It worked out for that organization. But in terms of the timing, it's a case-by-case basis.
Got it. Nolan Teasley, GM for the Minnesota Vikings. It's 11:02. Good morning.
And right, exactly, Biz. Like, what is it really about here? They both had good throws, bad throws. Has JJ McCarthy's processing been off? I'm not at the practice, but it could be. Let's say it is. Okay. Is it off 100% of the time? No. They act like McCarthy has done nothing well yet. That's the crazy part about it. I don't think it's processing. I don't think receivers are open. So Mickey say nobody's open. Interesting. Here we go. They just don't talk about those plays, I guess. You can't put too much weight into media reports. Yeah. Real talk. We know that. We know one thing for sure right now. That's definitely true. Definitely. Narratives they've been painting as crazy, Holmes, for real.
To close here, would you say, Nolan, that speed with your skilled players on offense is the team strength? I mean, it looks like you got a lot of speed out there, right?
Yeah, you see some speed. You saw J.A. on a jet sweep the other day get around the corner. Ty Felton made a nice play in the corner of the end zone that wasn't necessarily a speed play, but yeah, we have speed at our disposal, but we have a lot of nuanced skill sets and balance across the offensive group.
Hold up, what Bat said, Looked like he processed the F out of the Lions, Cowboys playoff chances last year. Imagine when he gets some games under his belt. Talk to him, Bat. You hear me? For real. Talk to him, man. I watched every game from Elway's rookie season. I've also watched other young great quarterbacks. I love what I see in JJ. Definitely. Matter of fact, he compares to John Elway. Yeah, man. Here we go. I've seen articles that say Murray is struggling and articles that say Murray is the clear leader. You have to take everything with a grain of salt. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. We know right now no decision can be made at all.
So that running back room, it's a mix of speed and power, and that fit the system and the scheme well, and kind of looking forward to being able to have that varied attack, not necessarily just focused on speed.
What have you liked about Caleb Banks so far?
The thing I like about Caleb Banks,
big game Banks, man, big game Banks.
So far is he's a talented young man, but it's just the way that he's attacked this season. Since we got to training camp, he's gotten incrementally better on a day-by-day basis. First day in pads yesterday, and just the way that he attacked the summer to get to this point. So you really appreciate the work ethic that he has.
Well, last time we chatted, I didn't really deep dive or ask you about your staff, and I want to do that because they're significant, and we have some new names here. So your assistant general managers. First, what do you like about Andrew Healy?
Andrew brings
Men's Health magazine named the Hydro Layer the best for anti-aging. I
don't even use that one.
So Hydro Layer is pure moisturizer. What does that say there, Doug?
It says over 1 trillion exosomes.
It's experience, but then he also has the data perspective right at his core. But he has a really unique ability to marry that with football context, right? And so obviously a really intelligent guy. When we sit in a room, he's definitely the smartest guy in the room, but he doesn't let me know it. So I enjoy working with him. Again, he provides a lot of value across the board, but both from an experience standpoint and then, really focused on that data perspective.
And Trent Kirchner, what about him?
Well, I've worked with Trent for so long, so there's really nothing that I like about him.
That's awesome.
Funny man, funny
I
dude.
love Trent. He has the ability to bring people together. He's a visionary in terms of it. When we come into this building from the
Say no, to be real. I feel good, guys. Optimistic about JJ right now. Gotta be biz, He's still in the battle. He's still in the fight. You understand me? Let's get it. Said, come on, Nine. He can do this, but he has to want it bad enough. So no matter what KOC does, he proves he's the man. There you go, Ultra. There you go. Exactly. I don't care what has been done, what has not been done. At this point, you got to prove it now if you're McCarthy, right? No excuses at all. You got to go prove it and take your job, take your spot. Straight up. We go. I genuinely feel the more things go on, the more it benefits JJ. Time will tell. Yeah, time will tell. Time will tell. You cannot run from competition. You cannot run from the season, Jack. No cap. You hear? Yeah, man. We here and we come. Let's get back to it.
experience that we have, and we speak the same language, but he's helped us mesh what was here, what was in place with the Minnesota Vikings, and then what we were bringing over, and it's a hybrid of sorts, and he has that vision and he puts it to work, and I've always appreciated that about him. It's a really strong skill set.
That's sweet. Ryan Pace is a former general manager and an advisor for Nolan and the Minnesota Vikings. In what way is he charged with helping? Like the extra set of eyes, I get it. Experience, seen a lot of things, I get it. Ryan Pace, a very familiar name. How do you?
Dre in the building, Dre in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES, man. You know what I mean? Shout out Dre in the building, man. SKOL VIKES, here we go. Let's get it, man. Yeah. Hey, that boy Dre been MIA, huh? Shout out Dre in the building, man. What up, my brother? Hope all is well. Hope all is good, man. For real. Biz, what up, Biz? He say, love Nolan. He's great. Gonna be much needed steady hand to steer this ship through some choppy waters. He's the one, Biz. He is the one, Biz, right? At all the GMs, he's the one you should have hired, and they did that. Nolan Bain Teasley could be the first to really make history in many. Now, depending on what's going on the inside and other stuff, other energies and shit like that. But Nolan Bain Teasley, if anybody can do it, turn it around, he is the one. No doubt, man, for real. If any GM out there can do it right now, it is Nolan Bain Teasley, baby. Without a doubt. You know it. I know it. Here we go. Shout out, Big. Appreciate you, brother. He say, been lurking. I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. You know what I mean? Dre say been lurking out that thing. Oh, okay. Shout out Dre in the building, man. No doubt, man. Let's get it. For sure, man. People have such blind hatred for JJ that they tried to downplay the week 1 offensive player of the week by saying the Bears were the worst team in the division. Wow. Yet they won a playoff game. You see what I'm saying right there, Bat? This shit been going on since last year. I told y'all that was the narrative being painted since last year, Holmes. You know it. I know it. They were waiting, I repeat, waiting to just attack JJ. Oh, he's a bust. He's not the guy. It's never on KOC. The O-line was piss poor, but it's all McCarthy. They were waiting, man. Don't you see the narrative that's being pushed? So now, right now, when they say KOC never wanted McCarthy, now it all starting to make sense. Now you say, oh, we see why he ignored them OTAs and minicamp last year. Oh, we see what the plot was now. It was to bring somebody else in. Who was the in? Another veteran, because he can only be successful with veterans, but hell, only to a certain extent, because playoff time comes, he fell there too. But now it's all starting to come to fruition what's really going down. Will KOC fix it? Will he stand on it? Probably not. We'll see. But even with all that, McCarthy still can be the QB1, man, period. He got to go prove it on the field. And if it's undeniable, I don't care what KOC, if KOC want him or not, guess what? If it's undeniable, man, McCarthy will be the starter. That's it. We go. I'm not sure how I feel about Nolan. I kind of feel that the family needs to take responsibility away from Fredo, Mark Wolf. This team has no direction. No direction, huh? I think now we're leaning towards direction, Mickey. You understand me? No, I'm not going to sit and cap. I feel like the direction is on point this year. Just from what's going on at training camp, how the players feeling, looking, talking. Understand me now? We've thought it felt different before, years prior, but you got to go prove it. But I think the direction as far as where they want to go, they're on the right track. Certain things must fall in place, though, as well. So I think he's pretty accomplished for a GM. Love the man's background. He's a winner. He's a winner, Biz, no doubt. A real winner. To Bat's point, they forget the last-minute drive against the Bears. Yep, right there, Mick. Right there, Mick. And the clutch third-down game-sealing pass against the Lions. Tell them again, Mick. Tell them again. They always do that, though. They just conveniently forget it. Every time, but all his mistakes, they remember that. Or they plaster that across the board every time. What about his wins, though? What about his elite throws, though? Come on. We'll see what y'all doing. Stop it. Boy, bye. Here we go, man. Let's work.
You utilize him.
Experienced evaluator.
Should I say halfway in the interview? I'm still going. Might as well finish it up, man. Shout out Nolan Bain Teasley. For real. Respect.
He has a pro background, but obviously he's been in the general manager's seat before, so brings a wealth of experience. There's a levity that he can bring to some of the things that you go through, and being able to have those conversations with him, really appreciative of the way that he just approaches every day. And then again, at the foundation of it is just that he's a good person, and he's a good evaluator, and he's going to help our football operation move forward.
And that matters, right? Being a good person is important. You know? Yeah, definitely.
The first preseason game is a week from Saturday at MetLife Stadium against the Giants. What do you look for in those games, and specifically with the importance of joint practices this day and age? I mean, shoot, some teams have two during the course of training camp. What in the preseason games? What are you looking for as the GM?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get overly complicated. You just want to look for production and look for people that are making plays. And the underlying factors of that is that what it tells you is that they're putting in the work off the field to be assignment sound. Okay, they're putting in the work on the practice field to improve in terms of technique. They're executing, and again, they're just working hard on all facets to be able to put themselves in position to.
People may laugh at this, but I do almost zero cavity fillings, and there's a reason for that. Studies show
to make those plays and to be productive on the field.
So Lamar and the Ravens are here in a couple of weeks. That's going to be fantastic for a couple of days. And Nolan, do you find the joints to be every bit, if not more important than preseason games these days?
Yeah, competitive environment, getting to see your team in a competitive environment, there's a lot of value to that. The thing I like about joint practices is that you can be really focused in terms of your situational football. So if we want to get an extended look at red zone or third down or get back on track, even special teams, you can be really focused and
Yep, like I told you, joint practice, if you want to make a decision, you want to pick a QB1, joint practice is where you do it. You don't make a decision before then, but you want to make one after that, I'm cool with it. That's what a real competition is right there. Here we go. So yeah, exactly. Of course, they never really gave him the credit to begin with. Sure are happy to give him the blame, though. Yup. Man, duh. Man. Real work, Biz. Here we go, man. Real talk though. We talking facts there, right? Facts there though. Get quiet with the facts though.
And just that, I guess, just focused on that portion of the game that you want to evaluate your players in those situations that you want to put them in.
So like coaches, GMs and GMs or whatever, getting together, being like, hey, we want to work on this extensively. And then so they know it's kind of coming, maybe not know exactly the play, but they help you get iron sharpening iron. And then you help them get better with things. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the details of the practice I would probably leave to KO and Coach Mentor there in Baltimore. But you can be really specific in those situations and be able to evaluate your players in those situations, and it brings a lot of value.
Lastly, and thank you very much for the time. Do you, I'm not going to have you speak for other general managers, but do you interact with players much? Can that be an underrated key to learning where players' heads and hearts are, or do you leave that to the coaches?
I do. I do interact with players, and it's not necessarily as an evaluation tool. Really, again, our focus is, this entire building, and the reason that we're here is for players. And if you don't believe that, then you're in the wrong business. So I try to,
I like that. He said the reason that we're here is for players. It's about the player, man. What it's supposed to be about. Understand me? Shit. Care about the players.
Get to know the person for specific reasons, and just because of that, I want to know who they are, what makes them tick, and I want them to know that if my door is open, I'm available. Come in, let's get to know each other, and again, that I'm here to support them and help them be the best version of themselves on and off the field.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
For the elongated chat.
Shout out Nolan Bain Teasley, dog, for real. Now I'm gonna get into to Kevin O'Connell.
I have been buying.
Break him down right quick. Let's see here, man. 1 second.
Organic for 3 years. I thought the USDA label meant something. I thought I was doing the right thing for my kids. Then I saw what came off the strawberries I thought were clean. Here's what comes off a bowl of strawberries when you drop.
Obviously first day of pads yesterday. What jumped out to me was the physicality of just the group. Even some young players, where it didn't seem like the physicality was too much. You think back, I'm a fan of how we handle not only the off seasons, but the ramp up, acclimation period, all those things. But it's been a long time since a lot of these guys, as you look at guy to guy on our roster, especially some of these young guys, since they've worn pads. So to have a physical day where, we came out, pretty clean across the board from an injury standpoint. Was really excited about that. We'll go back in shells today. Still going to be physical, still going to be, very similar to, maintaining what we're trying to build. And then we'll get back for a little bit more time on the field tomorrow, fully padded practice. Excited about all that will go into that.
Nice. So tomorrow will be a fully padded practice. It's going down. Let's get it.
Just a quick update.
Lock in now. Here we go.
Just on a couple guys, dealing with just some very minor things, but Damon Claiborne and Dominique Orange, Big Citrus, those guys will work themselves back in today and in different capacities. Indy, maybe a little 7-on for Damon, and then we're expecting to have them, back with us. So just a minor thing, being smart with some stuff early on, and then
you must be smart. You must be smart. Like I said earlier, no need to risk any stupid injuries, losing players for a certain amount of time. No need for get out of your ego, rest the players when you need to rest the players. Right? Muscle memory is a thing. Mental memory is a thing, dog. All that. These are NFL players getting paid the big bucks to adapt. I keep hearing that both QBs are struggling, so if that's true, hopefully our running game is strong during the season. Shout out Aiden Chris in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. Here we go. You absolutely have to get the run game going, Aiden Chris. There's no way around it. I don't care who your QB is. You got to run the ball. That's why Frank Smith was brought in to bring a new dynamic to this run game. That's the bottom line, point blank, period. You have to run the ball. You got to be physical. Running the ball opens up everything else. Play action, stretch the field over the top, boom, etc., etc. We go.
Pierre will be back out there participating today as we, ramp his reps back up and excited about it. Really like where our team's at right now. There's always going to be different levels to the competition. Our guys are handling it the right way. One side wins one side of things, another side wins another, but it's next play, next period, next practice. We're just kind of in this mindset that we're trying to build right now of, totally, committing yourself, all 11 guys, both phases, each individual snapping. Can we move on? Can we respond? Can we be better on the next play, no matter what happened on the previous? So a lot of good stuff going on right now.
Talk about Kyler learning and picking up the offense. Like, how do you evaluate that with only, kind of a handful of reps that he can get? How do you evaluate how far along he is in the offense?
Yeah, I think, you look at it from a standpoint, we're stacking some reps now, and you can see, maybe growth from, the first or second day to now. Because the beauty of our offense is there's a lot of layered learning to it, where one coaching point from an early install, it will apply to how decisive you can be making a decision, or, your timing or your accuracy you're throwing the football with. And he's shown improvement every single day. And most importantly, just the comfort level that comes, I think, with all the hard work he put in over the summer after kind of being exposed to a lot of this stuff in the spring.
How do you feel like just the melding, what you guys have wanted to do with the run game has gone through the first week?
Yeah, I think there's been some, really good hits. I think there's been some, as far as productive plays in the run game. There's been other plays where we're really, really close and it's one block, here or there, maybe a guy's angle, maybe it's the combination, maybe it's a combination of, me putting together something that was, trying to see what it looked like, the angles, whatever it may be. And it's, our guys know right now, we're in the stage right now where every play impacts the next. And that's what you're trying to build when you talk about marrying the run and the pass. But what I have really liked, Alec, is, the feel of it. Guys running off the football. It's by no stretch.
And I've been saying this all off season, damn near. We talk about new season every year. We talk about KOC in general, who he is as a coach. People call him a mastermind. Nolan Bain Teasley speaking highly about him, of course. But this is the year he can redeem himself. Every year, the quarterback, the coach, players, whoever, organization as a whole has a chance to redeem themselves. But in particular, this year, KOC. All eyes on him, man, for real. Can he improve? What will his play calling look like if he doesn't delegate it to someone else? Can he adjust to the game? Can he make the right adjustments at halftime? That's the major question. I've been saying it all off season. KOC is the main culprit, the main factor. He will determine how this operation machine moves as far as the Minnesota Vikings. If he's trash, they will be trash. Straight up. So everybody want to talk about O-line, McCarthy, Murray. It don't matter. If your coach is piss poor, it don't matter. Say something definitely feels different this year. Good or bad, I'm here for it. SKOL. Big facts. Your fave, big facts, brother. No doubt. We here. No doubt. Hey, though, let's remember we've seen QBs look like garbage before the season, only to ball out. Not everything is for public consumption, by the way. No doubt, Biz. That's truth, Biz. That's truth right there. No doubt. You know. That said, I am hearing the running game is getting ready to impress and surprise. That's what we need. That's what we need right there, Biz. That's what it is. The run game opens up everything, and all these weapons on a team. What? You get the run game going, and then you really open up the pass game. Wow, we're talking about spectacular. We're talking about history potentially. You know it. I know it. Here we go.
Stretch perfect, nor does it have to be right now, but we're trying to build up to a place where those guys on the field have confidence in the call, and the schematics of it are one thing, but it's the fundamentals and techniques and what it looks and feels like. And like I said a couple of days ago, sometimes the best gauge of that is those guys on the defensive side.
What's more important to run the football, great offensive line or a great running back?
Oh, I think, a great running back, always, can maybe take a play that's blocked for 4 or 5 and ring the bell. I mean,
Yeah, that's true, but you need great coaching. You need great O-line blocking as well. Of course, you got certain running backs who are just elite, who just need a small amount of room, like Damon Claiborne, i.e., hint, hint, plug, plug. But just need a little bit of space in there, out of there, Jack, no cap. But you need a solid O-line. You need solid play calling, period.
Examples of that, not only around the league, but I think we got guys capable of doing that on our team. But to me, it's an all 11 thing. Running the football isn't just about the O-line, the tight ends. Josh Oliver is one of the best in the game. At those early down jobs of taking on a lot more than many guys in this league can take on from a physicality standpoint, and really being a guy that we can put at the point of attack. And really, the defense has to recognize that. And then they're adjusting, and then we can run away from those things and get advantages other ways. But it's totally a group effort. The combinations, Max Bredesen is off to a really good start. I felt his pads.
Boom, man. Boom. Max Bredesen. Shout out Max Bredesen. He's a real dog, a real man out there, real mature off the rip. 6'2", 250, can move. Max Bredesen, a rookie to look out for. This rookie class may be epic. SKOL VIKES.
Popping yesterday with some contact, at the point of attack. So I think it's great to have both. It's great to have one or the other, and then how you pair it all together is that all 11 field receivers doing their jobs, quarterbacks running the show, making sure it's a premier look that we're running against, and we package those plays with cans, and it's an either or kind of world based upon certain criteria and things like that, and then details of the track of the back, the speed at which that mesh happens of the handoff. Can we be elite?
Football talk. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Here we go.
On the things we can control, and then apply the physicality and the intent with a total understanding of the guys on the field of what we're trying to get done. That's when it looks and feels the best for those guys, and you can feel it. They get excited about it even early on right now.
Jordan Addison, what's sort of your 3-year assessment of his progress, growth, direction, whatever, and what's your trust level on him at this point?
Yeah, ton of trust level from a standpoint of I believe he's able to play through contact a little better now. He's got
Jordan Addison finna ball this year. Market. SKOL VIKES. Free three is free.
Gotten stronger, since we first got him. He's always had that elite quickness and transition separation ability. He's always been a pretty elite catcher of the football from a standpoint of both when he wins with separation, rack after, when available, and then also some of the contested catches that he's been able to make. And now I think the last layer of it is just the nuance of how he's making routes look and feel the same, how he's understands the timing of whether he's on the front side or the back side of the progression, understanding what he runs and how that maybe affects somebody else around him. And then he's very friendly for the quarterbacks. Even though he's not a big guy, his catch radius is significant for a guy his size. And then he just, that nuanced feel is what I think guys start to get with more time on task and experience, and he's showing that.
Yeah. Man, I wouldn't be shocked if Jordan Addison explodes. You hear me? I'm talking about damn near explodes, erupts like a volcano, heavy. Jordan Addison, this is his year. SKOL VIKES.
Character and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he loves football. He's a great teammate. Clearly, he was a young player when he came into the NFL, and I think he's learned, matured, and he knows exactly what's out in front of him. He knows what's important to him. And I'm proud of, his growth and development in that phase as well. And I think there's a lot of folks in this building that deeply, deeply care about Jordan and what's best for him on and off the field moving forward. And you can count me as one of them.
You expect Jake Gordon?
Just keep his mind right. Just stay focused. That's it. So no doubt that will be critical to this team and offense. You're spot on there. KOC needs to lean in. Definitely, Biz, bruh. No doubt, my brother. I feel like if KOC sucks next year, we make this season a dress rehearsal for Brian Flores as a head coach. You have to, Aiden Chris. If KOC doesn't win 2 playoff games, he has to be gone. What is it all about? What is it all for at the end of the day? If the man doesn't win, he's gone. Bring Flores in. You know what you got. Personally, I think the improvements to the offensive line are going to give this offense a huge boost from last year. QBs and running backs. No doubt, Biz. Here we go. I mean, shit, not only that, the acquirement of Frank Smith and the new O-lines coach as well. What is it, Keith Carter, something like that? All important. I think it's almost unfair not to give JJ the shot after having to go through the garbage line last year. He should then be entitled to the better situation this year, I'd say. I mean, one would think so. At least during this battle, it'd be an even amount of reps or give him the slight edge, right? Right. I mean, shit, the dude put it on the line for you all season. Played with a high ankle sprain, played with a concussion, etc. You kidding me here? Come on now. Said Caleb Banks is the next Jalen Carter. Caleb Banks is the next Jalen Carter. Wow, man. Here we go. He said, yeah, let's go, Banks. If that foot holds up, sky's the limit. Matter of fact, there's no limit for that dude there. Here we go. Very psyched for that one, no doubt. Shout out Madden in the building, Madden 11 in the building. What up, brother? SKOL VIKES. Here we go. So I'm starting to believe the Murray fans want to continue being a decent team to only make the playoffs and lose year after year. And the McCarthy fans actually want to see them not give up on him. Definitely, Madden. You know what's going on. These are both correct theories. Hell yeah, Bat. I've been saying that from jump. Let's get it. We go right back to mid. It's all we know. I'm hoping someone up there already learned learned that lesson. Guess we'll find out. Definitely will find out, man. Is mediocre okay? Is being average okay? Or do we demand more now? What is the standard now? You hear me? That's the main question, Biz Wolfer. That's the main question, Bat. Y'all know it, man. We here. Here we come. If Murray was fucking Mahomes or Josh Allen, then okay, but he's not, LOL. He's average at best. You know they've been blowing him up, man. They've been blowing him up, man, off the rip. Murray will have about 5 good games, 4 great games, and 1 okay game, and then hurt the rest. Crazy work, baby. Come on, man. JJ McCarthy got to earn the job by practicing hard and blow Kyler Murray out the water. He got to earn it. No excuses, No excuses for sure. This is chance. This is opportunity right here. Murray will have about 4. Oh, I read that already. Hold on. Let me say it again. Murray will have about 4 bad games, 5 great games, and 1 good game. Blow his AC, then blow his. Oh man, don't say that, man. Don't do him like that right there, man. Come on, brother. ACL out for being 3 feet tall, unfortunately. Damn, crazy work right there, man. Hey, don't wish injuries on no man, right? Though, But SKOL VIKES, here we go.
To already be able to play on the edge and at backer and all the spots that he's.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things for me, Alec. Like I'm a part of the conversations in draft meetings when Flo or Swerve, or Thad or Nielsen are kind of talking about players, and We talk a lot about the vision and the role. And so when he starts to fill kind of those things, maybe, it's been pretty impressive, his ability to handle a lot early on, but that speaks to the onboarding process in the spring and how he's handled his prep coming into training camp. And he's already seamlessly able to do a lot of jobs, which is really exciting. He's got a great example, really in both spots, whether you're talking inside backer with Cash, Will, IP, or on the edge, obviously at that Sam spot with Gink. So he's got great examples to learn from, and he's a fast learner that's really, really talented, and football makes sense to him. So that's normally a good formula for a guy to, do what he's done early on. Really happy with him.
Feldman, what have you guys seen from him so far? I know there was excitement about where he could go in year 2.
Yeah, I think I was just talking to him actually in the walkthrough. He's, obviously everybody sees the one-handed catch yesterday, but I thought the route itself to get the separation that he did, his understanding of the details of things. I think he has a better plan at the line of scrimmage. This year, a lot of times, when you get a young player that's as fast and explosive as Ty is, it takes them some time to understand, defenders, especially knowing the juice that he has. They're not just going to let you have a free run. You're going to have a plan. You're going to have to get on an edge, and save the space required while hopefully activating that explosiveness. He's been really good at the top of routes in transition.
Hold up here. Here we go. What he said, what we got here. KOC needs to be held accountable. He has won some games, but if you go back to the end of the 2024 season versus Rams and Lions, it looked like the league had caught up to him. I'm hearing Carson Wentz is looking great. If that's true, he should be entered into this competition as well. Aiden Chris made a best man win. And Bat definitely needs to be held accountable. That's the problem right there. But KOC has yet to be held accountable ever. I'm talking about never. If we're going to say it's a competition, let all 3 QBs have an equal shot to win the job. I mean, if Wentz is playing that great, yeah, but right now it's pretty much between Murray and McCarthy. You're trying to identify your QB1 right now, Aiden Chris, I understand what you're saying. If he's playing great, looking good, okay, get him some reps maybe, but right now you're trying to find a QB1, you know what I mean? It can't be, get me a new QB because I can't coach this one. Coach the ones you have, yeah? Develop a young quarterback, a young rookie. How about that? Try that, KOC. I swear KOC's says about 100 million words without even mentioning anything great. I'd rather pick dog poop outside all day than listen to him talk. Yeah, like that, mad in your ear. It's like that, brother.
And then, Ty's working every single day on catching the football because he's going to get open. He's going to have some opportunities, especially knowing the other guys he's in the huddle with and how much coverage that they dictate. But he's off to a really good start now. Like I talked to him today, it's putting it all together and continuing to show up because he's showing up every day in some capacity. We had some things that both myself and Mark Wolf shared in congratulating them, but I just think, as somebody with 2 daughters, and my daughter either right now or a little bit earlier today, she's taking part in the flag football camp that's going on in the stadium right across the way there. And my niece is in town. She played quarterback on her flag football team in San Diego. And I told them, you guys this is big time stuff to set the path for young girls to think that, I can grow up and be a quarterback, a receiver, I can be a corner, I can, and have a place to go play and compete and win state championships. It's really exciting, and I think it's absolutely awesome.
So like I said, I'm going to get into this Addison presser, then some highlights, and get up out of here, man, once again.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments, opinions, put them in the chat.
You had a chance to work with Kyler through the offseason. I guess, what did you guys learn about each other during that time?
Honestly, throughout that time, we were just trying to go through the playbook together, routes, timing. So it really wasn't, too much, just going through the plays and getting ready for camp.
Comfortable with now. You've been in this system for a while. I know that you don't have to really think much, it's more reacting, but What do you think you've improved most in this offense coming into this point?
I'll say right now where I'm at is just really detailing everything, making sure everything is crisp, and that I'm just trying to perfect myself every single day and just help the younger guys. We got a lot of younger guys in right now, so I'm just trying to be the best leader I could be and teammate for them.
Mm-hmm. And as a leader, it's time for him to step up as well as a leader. No doubt.
To be honest, I'll say all of them. Ty Felton, Jay Sean, the two guys that just came in from Seattle. Everybody's making plays and making the most of their opportunities when they get a chance to. I'll say from Ty right now, I'm seeing a lot of growth. I'll say he's been a lot of explosiveness, quickness. You know, he's releasing well and he's finishing his plays. Out of myself right now, where I'm at with it, just every opportunity that comes to me, I just want to make the most of it. You know, you never know when you're going to get your ops, so everything that come my way, I'm just trying to make sure I capitalize off of it.
What was the hardest part when you got to the NFL about learning to be a good wide receiver in the NFL?
One more time.
So what was the hardest part about learning your position at the NFL level? What's the most difficult part of the transition from the college to the NFL?
Yeah, shout out Aiden Chris in the building. And you know what, Aiden? Man, he ain't even reached his ceiling yet, not even close to reaching his full potential. His maximum potential is crazy. You're going to see it this year. Trust me. But he's not even nowhere close to being the best he can be yet. That's what's spooky about it right there.
Yeah, I'll say the transition, one is the playbook and then the speed. Like both of those working off of each other. Like you really don't know too much what you're doing at this moment. And, you know, it's live bullets flying fast. So I feel like once you get the playbook down, everything pretty much slows down for you, and then you just be that playmaker that you've been.
Jordan, how have you seen Justin's voice in the receiver room and on the field kind of grow over the time you've been here?
Honestly, from the time I've been here, he's always been a vocal leader for us and just helping the younger guys. But I feel like it's being more magnified now, and it's just everybody else get to see it.
When you guys get to go to events like WWE together as a team, what does that do for you guys, the camaraderie and bond, and help you guys?
You understand me? Period.
Brings this kind of grittiness to the wide receiver room. Like how have you seen that manifest maybe on the field? Or
Real dogs in there. Real dogs in there. She talking about real grittiness. You damn right. All them boys gritty, ready to bang for real. SKOL VIKES.
Or in the rooms.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. He bring that energy, that dog mentality, and I feel like he's just been fit in with a group of receivers that bring that as well. You know, we do the dirty work, and we make plays on the outside as well.
Jordan, you talked about that yourself, about being comfortable blocking and stuff like that. Is that something you, Justin, Juwan, that you pride yourselves on, being willing to go in there and block as well?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely like an attitude that you got to have. You know, we got Keenan McCardell. He's done it at a high level, so it's a high expectation in that room. And, you know, it's just part of the game. It's part of your job.
It's been like with Juwan in the room.
Bon. Sir? Hold up. Where's that? Get into it. So.
Really like where our team's at right now. There's always going to be different levels to the competition. Our guys are handling it the right way. What jumped out to me was the physicality of just the group. We're just kind of in this mindset that we're trying to build right now of all 11 guys, both phases, you know, each individual snapping. Can we move on? Can we respond? Can we be better on the next play no matter what happened on the previous?
Playbook is coming to life, both sides of the ball. A lot of physicality. Man, it's just the growth is pretty cool.
Every opportunity that comes to me, I just want to make the most of it. You know, you never know when you're going to get your ops, so everything that come my way, I'm just trying to make sure I capitalize off of it.
To be out here with my guys, man, playing football. It's all day now. Don't get it twisted. It's all day.
we go, man. Good work. Good work. You hear me? No doubt. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Slow it down, slow it down. Jetta's right there. Nice throw, nice catch. Here we go, baby. Nice throw. That was a dot, McCarthy. Hard dot, hard body. Bang. It's a dot right there, though, Holmes. Hold up. Arm power like a mug, man. Crazy. Jay Golday.
I caught up on a bit to the Clinton death. I caught up on a bit to the Clinton death.
Boy, Banks, man. Athletic with it, man.
Hunter not having home.
I'm going to see. Okay. I'm going to see. Okay, exactly.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much for the, whole practice 6. I'm finna get up out of here. Once again, shout out my big dogs, my Levy dogs, my subscribers, my supporters. You are much appreciated. Never forget it. What he said. What did I miss? Is KOC finished? I took the opportunity to go outside and pick up dog poop. All good, Mick. All good, Mick. Nah, KOC is your head coach, Holmes. You hear me, brother? He is your head coach. We're going to see if KOC can redeem himself this year. I feel like Ty Felton going to have a breakout season also. That's what we hope for, right? That's what we hope for. Your 3rd round pick, of course, you want him to be better than just being the 3rd round special teams guy. Know what I mean? With that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one. Make sure you come rock and roll with me, lock in with me, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell as well. Takes less than 1 second. Why not? Share this with any and everybody you know for sure. Big SKOL here. SKOL VIKES, win, lose, or draw. But we come to win. Down at the levee. We going fishing at the levee. SKOL VIKES. We run the north. Believe that. Here we come.